Did you know that Maldives has been one of the most popular tourist destinations for Indians in recent years? In 2022, over 2 lakh Indians visited the island nation, making up 14.4% of all arrivals. This trend continued in 2023, with India claiming the highest spot among the top countries, contributing to the surge in tourism, with around 1 lakh Indian tourist arrivals, a significant 14.2% increase compared to the previous year. However, this tourism took a dramatic turn on January 5th, 2024, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi posted pictures from his visit to Lakshadweep Islands on social media. Some Maldivian ministers responded with derogatory remarks, calling him a clown and a puppet of Israel. I mean, why it would be a problem for another country if a prime minister is posting some pictures of his own country's island? Promoting tourism in his own country is nothing unusual for a prime minister. This incident sparked outrage among Indian netizens, leading to the viral #Boycott Maldives trend, showing solidarity and support for PM Modi and country. And thousands of Indians cancelled their trips, significantly impacting the Maldives tourism industry, which heavily relies on foreign income. And following the derogatory remarks, the Maldivian government suspended the ministers and issued a statement saying that their opinions were personal and did not represent the views of the government. Now, to understand the context of this incident, let's take a look at the long history of diplomatic relations between India and Maldives. And both countries have shared close ties since Maldives' independence from British rule in 1966. And India was one of the first nations to recognize Maldives' sovereignty and develop strategic military and cultural partnership over the years. However, recent political developments in the Maldives have presented new challenges to the strong relationship during the presidency of Abdullah Yameen in 2013, who tilted towards China and included the Maldives in its Belt and Road Initiative, in short, BRI. If you're wondering what is BRI, it is a foreign policy initiative led by Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, to build roads, railway, ports, and other projects in many countries to connect them and increase trade and establish Chinese influence and leadership worldwide. But in 2018, when Ibrahim Lohim took over the presidency, he adopted India First foreign policy, which significantly improved the relationship between India and Maldives. But however, the growing proximity between India and Maldives sparked an India Out campaign by the opposition group. The India Out campaign was started by PPM and its ally, the PNC, which was led by Mohamed Muizzu. With his India Out policy, he defeated Solih government and became the president of Maldives in 2023. Muizzu, the current president of Maldives, who is seen as a pro-China leader, has recently visited China and has signed several agreements on climate, agriculture, and infrastructure with Chinese President Xi Jinping. He has also asked India to withdraw its military personnel from the island by March 15, 2024. And the time is set. Now consider this: the Maldives, Asia's smallest nation, 90% of country's economy relies on activity related to tourism, and Indian tourists contribute to over 11% of international tourist influx. Yet it has embraced an India Out policy. And now who is behind this? No one looked further than China. China has tried to play down its role in the RAW and said that it respects the Maldives' independence. In fact, there is a possibility that China may have encouraged Muizzu's decision to make India to leave as a part of its strategy and counter India's regional presence and bolster its own influence. As usual, China is acting in its own national interest and has been expanding its influence and presence in the Indian Ocean region, which is of strategic importance for trade and security, for which China sees Maldives as a key partner in its BRI, which aims to expand its economic and political reach. This move by China raises concern about the future of India-Maldives relations, and with a question, can the Maldives survive economically without Indian tourism? Even some of the ministers of Maldives has admitted that Indians boycotting the Maldives will have a huge impact on our economy. It would be hard for us to recover from such a campaign. Dr. S. Jaishankar, the Minister of External Affairs, addressed the issue stating that politics is politics. I cannot guarantee that in every country, every day, everybody will support or agree with us. And just days after the diplomatic dust settled, on January 13, 2024, the mayoral election was held in Malé, which is the capital of Maldives, and it was a big blow for President Muizzu, as the election was won by the pro-India opposition Maldivian Democratic Party, which secured a big victory over the ruling party of President Muizzu. And he will be the mayor of the capital city for the next 4 years. Will this mark a turning point in India-Maldives relations? The MDP's victory signals potential shift in public's opinion and could pave the way for normalization. But much remains uncertain. So, what do you think? Will the election be a catalyst for change in the India-Maldives relationship? Share your thoughts in the comment below. I will see you in the next one.